One, two, ooh, ooh, one, two, one, two, and 1, 2. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute. I really have been trying to get my life together, okay? Your girl's been booked and busy, but I am so happy to finally be back, hopefully on a more regular basis. Your girl has a full work from home job now, so I may have more time to create more content and just chat with you guys because I be wanting to yap and I need friends to yap with. So this is why you're here, and I do appreciate you so much. But with that being said, I have a lot of books that I want to accomplish for the, I wouldn't say for the next month. I would say probably for the rest of the summer. I feel like I can kill it before July. Let's say that. So between now and July, this is my TBR for the next month and a half. Let's see. I don't know. We're going to see. The current read that I have right now that I'm reading on my Kindle, actually, instead of the physical, because the book is so pretty, is The Second Death of Locke. I don't know what it is about like medieval, very gothic, very like romances that are not romances but are still romances. They have been hitting for me, and this book is scratching that itch. The last book that I read similar to that was The Everlasting. So many people were like, I don't know if I like that. I don't know. It was a little different. Girl, I ate it up. I devoured it. I loved every second of it. Yes, 10 out of 10. It's kind of like a military aspect of it, but it's still like the medieval, the knights, the mages, the hands, all these things. And like this one is doing that for me again. So good. Very excited to finish the book. I'm probably going to finish it over the next couple days, but we'll see. But yeah, that is definitely currently what's happening. Another book that I do have on my soon to be read list, TBR, is going to be Guild. I have not read the Plated Prisoner series, and I've been saying for months that I was going to read it. Have I read it? No, but I'm going to pick it up. We're going to see how it goes. If you don't know, it's like a Midas retelling, so like the Golden Touch type situation. I don't know what to expect. I don't really know much about it. I know that it's like a romance. I also know that it's a little emotional towards the end. So we're gonna hope for the best and see what happens, because yeah, girl, I be an emotional wreck sometimes, so then I have to go back and like rethink my life choices. The next book that I'm planning to read soon, and very soon, is from my girl Kate Golden, Half City. This is a dark academia romantasy, I think. Yes, maybe. Anyway, she wrote one of my favorite like trilogies. What is it? The Onyx. What is it called? Now I have to turn around and look. Let's see. Where did it go? Dawn of Onyx. That's what it is. That trilogy that she has, loved it. So this one actually got the arc for the second book of this with NetGalley. So I want to read this so I can read the second part, because I heard this is super good and the second one's even better. So I'm like, yes, I gotta get to it. So I actually might read this before Guild. So we'll see. But I also have to rotate my fantasy and my romance books, because your girl puts herself in a slump. So I have to mix it up consistently, or I'm going to make my brain not want to read. And I don't like doing that. It is not fun for me. So to shake it up, I do want to read Unsteady, which is a hockey romance series. There currently are 3 books out in this series. There's Unsteady, Unloved, and Unbound. Unbound is the most recent release, and I received an arc of this one, and apparently it's like one of the best like sports romances this year. Have I read it yet? No, I need to, but I am very excited to do that. Sticking on the sports romance train today, we got a big girl blitz. A football romance. I haven't had one of these in a very long time, and so I'm very looking forward to it. Danielle Allen is so sweet. I love her writing. Was it Curvy Girl Summer was so good. Plus Size Player was good as well. They were both different, so I'm excited to see what kind of different elements she puts in this one as well. If you ever meet Danielle Allen, she's literally the sweetest author. She like is so nice, and Love her. Love her down. Love her down real bad. Jumping back into the fantasy realm. Next book on my TBR, hopefully to be read soon, is Diary Bound. Have I read this yet? Not at all. Do I have the second book already? Yes, I do. Do I know I want to read this book? Completely, yes. Have I had it for a year? Yes. But I've gotten into the habit of books that I know are going to be series. I wait to actually read it until the second one is either out or close to coming out. Because guess what? Your girl, I'm too old to be waiting on a cliffhanger. I'm too old. My arms are too weak. I can't be hanging on to no cliffs. So therefore, I avoid them like the plague. So usually I'll try to wait until at least I have 2 books out and actually go back and enjoy it. Recently I did read the, what is the book? Hang on. No, I have to go back. Oh, Shield of Sparrows. That book was agitating. Okay. If you followed me on my Instagram, you know why it's agitating. Because I've read it. I was like, okay, this is fine. It has potential. Picked up Rights of Sterling, which came out like a week later. So I was like, okay, we're on time. We can read it. Started reading it. Don't ever lie to me ever again like that, please. That's all I have to say. Thank you. Talking about this the best fantasy book this year. Lies. I can smell the plot from a mile away. Y'all gotta up y'all's fantasy game if y'all think that's great. Just saying. Okay, enough on my rant now. Next on my TBR, which I have had this book for a very long time. I've been wanting to read it for a very long time. Do I have it I have all the books on my Kindle? Yes. Okay. Have I started any of them? No. But guess who's going to do it this summer? This girl, Book of Azrael. Yep. I'm doing it. I am doing it. We're going to make it happen. I'm so excited. I don't know why it's taking me so long to read these books. I feel like when I'm like flip-flopping between like being in a romance phase, being in a fantasy phase, I was trying to like see if I can find something that's kind of in between. And so this one is one of those that I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna have to turn my brain on, and I've been taking my time. But I think I'm definitely 100% capable of doing it, and I'm very excited to read the books. I just have to actually go and do it. Next on your girls list, one of my favorite romance authors recently is Carly Fortune. I have loved all of her stories that she's written. They all like have to deal with the lake aspect in Canada. Don't know why that is so specific, but I love the way she writes love stories. This Summer Will Be Different is probably one of my favorites from her, but I heard this one may be coming for Our Perfect Storm. I'm so excited. I've heard so good things about this book. We're going to see what comes of it. I'm very pumped. Did I have 2 copies of this book? Yes. Don't judge me. Okay. Just know I like the author a lot. Leave me alone. Gosh. I feel like the rest of the books that I do want to read on my TBR are pretty predictable because they are kind of recent releases. Some of them are, some are more recent than others, but these are definitely fantasy books that I do want to dive into. This one for sure, because fun fact, this is actually a standalone. Your girl loves a standalone. If I can get all of the book, all of the world building, everything done in one book, chef's kiss, give 14 of them more. Please, I need them. So it's The Wolf and the Crown of Blood. Very excited. I think it's a standalone. Maybe it's not. It says the series. I think they lied to me on the internet because they definitely said that book was a standalone, and I just saw that it said series on there. So maybe it's like a series of standalones. We're gonna hope on that one. Another one that I am very, very pumped about reading, and I actually went the day it came out to Barnes and Noble to pick it up because I wanted this specific edition. Starside. Okay. I'm very pumped about it. Very, very pumped. We're going to see how it plays out. Look at the beautiful sprayed edges. It's supposed to be like a dystopian type situation, but with like dragons and whatnot. I don't know. Honestly, I haven't really looked that much into it. I just knew when I saw this book was announced, and I was like, heck yeah, let's go for it. Let's do it. Yeah, heck yeah, I'm reading that book. The next one I'm actually excited because I think it has a lot of high hopes. Is The Poet Empress. Is on Kindle Unlimited. But this book cover is absolutely gorgeous. It has the rose gold foiled edges. The texture of the book. Hang on, can you hear it's like a different it's like coated with something. All I know is it's an absolutely gorgeous book. I need the physical copy because it's so pretty. And I heard it was so good. So I was like, you know what? It's worth the risk. Let's go for it. And when I got it, it was on sale. So honestly, who's the real winner in that situation? This girl. So after we go through all those. Of course, we got to go back and forth between the fantasy and the non-fantasy, but the rest of my books on my TBR are all fantasy. So I might need to pull some more regular romances to mix it up because right now your girl, she's going to burn herself out real quickly. Not me dropping books. Jeez Louise. All right, so the next book that I do want to read, and I'm also very excited because it just came out in paperback, my girl, Rachel Gillig, Night and the Moth. So pumped. The second book comes out this year, and I love Rachel Gillig because she writes some of the best duologies, and their duologies, can I go back to that? You know what's better than one book? Two. Just two. No more than that, and the story is complete. I love One Dark Window. One Dark Window is probably one of my favorite, like, gothic fantasy romances that I read in, like, 2024. So I have high hopes for this. I've heard it's good. I just waited to read it because I wanted to, again, wait till the date came out closer to the second release of the second book. And then also I wanted to get the paperback version of that because I don't know, well, Rachel Gillig, her books, like, I'm not an annotator, but I love annotating her books. And so I want to tab and write and scribble and all those things. So that's why I got that one. And I'm very pumped. Very pumped to see what happens. After that, we also have our lovely Smoke and Scar. This is on Kindle Unlimited. Fun fact, they got picked up for traditional release. I just got this a couple weeks ago when it got open. Well, it came out in Barnes & Noble. I saw it and I was like, oh, you're coming home with me. I don't know the official date when it was released, traditionally published, but I just know that it is a trilogy. The first and second book are both out on Kindle Unlimited. The third book is supposed to be coming out, I think, later on this year. So we'll see on that. But I am pretty pumped about reading it. I heard it's a pretty good series. And, you know, I love a badass, like, main female character. Like, honestly, who can go wrong with that? So we'll see if I put a dent in these books. Like I said, I may have to go back and add some more palette cleansers in between there. I am in my literary fiction bag, which is pretty fun. I will say it's different for me. I read Heart the Lover and I've been hooked ever since. I sobbed at that book, by the way. But I also read Yesteryear this past weekend. 10 out of 10. Give them 14 of them more. Love it. I also decided I got The Correspondent by Virginia Evans. I am reading that. That's one of my day books. Like, if I'm in between, like, I'm like work or on lunch, sitting at my desk, let me put on my reading glasses. Let me read a few pages of my book. Huh. That's how I feel reading literary fiction. I'm such a villain, honestly. I don't know why I act this way. But yeah, that's definitely something that I've been kind of taking on. And so far, so good. Also wanted to read Love One as well. That's also been one of my day books too. So I kind of rotate. And then also, what's the other one that I'm reading? Oh, Kin. Kin was another one that I also am like reading in a day book. And I also have picked up the habit of reading different formats all at once. So audio on my Kindle and a physical book. And that's right now it's a pretty good rotation. I'm able to like get a lot more reading done. I feel like it's definitely fun. That way, audiobook is great because I feel like when I have stuff to do around the house, I just put on my headphones and I listen and I feel like I'm getting something done while reading. And then I also started to like reread a lot of the books that I wanted to through audio, and that is also a different experience. So I did that with Quicksilver, and I enjoyed that. I actually end up liking it better on audio than reading it, which is interesting. I feel like you got to see more of like the characters develop a little bit more and kind of understand them, because you kind of see how they kind of stand out from each other. And then which other ones? Oh, I'm rereading Spark of the Everflame because Burn of the Everflame is coming out in September, and I wanted to get a refresher because it's been like 3 years now since I read those books originally, and I was obsessed then. Can't wait to be obsessed now. So there's a lot of potential for reading to get done this summer. Me and my pups are definitely going to do that. Right now, I don't know if you can see, they're in their crate right now because they need to go outside. So I'm going to go walk my dogs, and let's see what we can actually get into this summer. I'm very excited. I'll definitely be sure to keep you updated. I may read all of them. I may read 2. We're going to hope for the best though, and I want to get them all done because my TBR is absolutely ridiculous. It needs to be stopped. So we'll see how this goes, you guys. But thanks again for coming and check out my channel and hang out with me for a little bit and listen to me yap. I'll see you next time.